guidance, the career path which you can take up. So if you're from a non-tech background, how do you get into DevOps? If you're from a tech background, how do you get into DevOps? So basically, if you have those kinds of questions, certification related, or if you have questions related to your career, keep those questions to yourself. At the end of the session, once I complete, you can put those questions in the question section and they will be answered. If you have any technical questions, please ask me. Amar is saying that he's not able to hear me. So is this the case for everyone? Uh, because I think I'm audible because I just checked my sound settings and everything. Okay, so Aman, please check if you are connected properly, your audio is connected properly. So please check that. I think I'm audible here because I tested it once. Yeah, I hope you can check it out. Okay, if I'm not audible, you won't be able to hear me saying this. I'll just put it in the chat. Um, okay, so okay, let's continue now. Um, all right. So I'm going to give you guys a pretty good brief so that you would know what exactly you can expect or what you want to do. Maybe you, after the session, you might want to become a DevOps engineer, or you might think, no, I don't want to get into this. I want to go into a different stream. All right. So once that is completely your decision, my part is to just give you a brief about what we'll be learning. All right. So now, why DevOps engineer? Coming to this part, so what are the things we'll be discussing is one, the job opportunities in DevOps, then the salary of a DevOps engineer, and then who's hiring DevOps engineers. All right, so these are the things which, okay, so these are the things which we'll be covering. So I'll just go through it. So first, job opportunities. So there is an abundance of jobs available for a DevOps engineer. I'm not going to say there are very few jobs. There are so many different jobs, but the only thing is the type of job will vary, the type of skills will vary, the types of what is that? Yeah, so the job role will vary, the skills required for that particular role will vary. But other than that, it's a DevOps engineer role, and it will be a DevOps engineer role overall. There will be similar tasks, but the services or the tools you will be using might be different from company to company. So as I checked, in India alone, there were 2,600 positions, and in US there were 21,000 plus positions. And the right side ones are basically city based, California and Bangalore. So these are city based job positions. So there are enough job positions for you guys to apply, but you should have the right skills. And yeah, so basically if you have the right skills, you can get into DevOps. All right. Okay, so now coming to the salary. So this is the average salary, guys. This is not the highest, this is not the lowest, this is in average. So basically in average, in the sense you have a mid-level experience, 1 or 2 years of experience. In that case, this would be your average salary. All right. So in India, it's 80,000 to 1 lakh per month. So this is, if you have experience, this is the average salary. The starting salary could be a little less. It could, but as a DevOps engineer, as you would know a lot of skills, I don't think it'll go less than 50,000 per month in India. And in US, you can see it's $11,000 per month. So this is the average salary. Right. So this is one of the things everybody looks into when they are looking at a particular role they want to go into in the future or right now. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you an idea about what you can expect as an average salary. But again, even this depends to the type of company you get into. So types of company, there are essentially in software two types: service and product. One company provides services as their product itself. The other companies create products and use that product to make income. Okay, so service-based companies, for example, TCS or Infosys or Wipro, or these are the companies which I know in India. And there are other service-based companies who basically service their clients by giving them maintenance and support. All right, so these companies, as a DevOps engineer, you would get from 4 to 10 LPA. But if you're into a product-based company like Microsoft, Amazon, Zoho, so the companies who essentially create products and use their products to make revenue, so there obviously your salary will be a little high because you are maintaining an in-house product. You're not servicing a client who has already created the product. All right. Okay. So now again, this also will depend on the company. Second one, it will depend on the years of experience. If you have no experience, in that case, your salary will be obviously in the baseline. If you have a moderate experience, in that case, as I told you, the average you will get the average salary, and it totally depends on the skills you have and the number of years as your experience. And finally, one last thing which will affect your salary would be your skills and your potential. All right. So now, it's about skills we'll see later. So now I'll just give you a brief about the companies who hire. So these are the major companies. You can see Wells Fargo, IBM, Oracle, VMware, Dell. So these are some major companies who are hiring for DevOps engineers. If you have the right skills, you can get into them. All right. Okay. So now, does a DevOps engineer do? So to give you a better idea of that, I've taken 3 different job descriptions. All right. And I've created an emphasis of what each job description is asking. So at the end of this, I'll be briefing you into this. That is, what are the skills required in a let's say um, these are the skills which would require as a DevOps engineer, but it will totally vary from company to company. So that's what I wanted to show here. So first is the job description from Oracle. Again, this is a DevOps engineer job description. So if you see the right side, you could see that I've made an emphasis here. So one is Java and web services, REST and SOAP APIs. So one, they're asking for a high-level programming language, that is Java in this case. And then they're asking for a few APIs knowledge. So you would have worked on it if you have worked on Java, creating applications or something like that. Then Linux operating system. So Linux is mandatory, guys, for every DevOps role, for every what is that, cloud role. Linux is mandatory. I would suggest you to learn Linux. Whatever role it is, learn Linux. It will clearly help you in every single IT role in every single company. So Linux is pretty common for all of the DevOps engineer roles. So I'm just putting it out there. And next, they're asking for some build tools in Gradle and Maven. So Oracle, in this case, they might be using an Android application or a Java application. And then Git, Bitbucket, Jenkins, and other CI/CD tools. So these are basically individual DevOps tools. All right, and also they're asking for database skills, SQL programming skills. So I think you got a gist of it. That is, you should know all the things which involve uh, all the things which will make you a better person to handle a complete team who work on software development. So you would be creating pipelines, which would be an automated software pipeline, and that pipeline would basically have the application running on it, and that application would have multiple phases, and you would be maintaining all of those phases. So phases in the sense, if you just type in DevOps phases, you would get it. So first would be continuous integration, and then there is continuous delivery, continuous monitoring, continuous testing. So all of these concepts. Okay, so now let's just ignore that. Let's just concentrate on the job description. So this is the first one. Coming to the second one, again, in this case, the first thing they've asked is Ansible, Terraform, Jenkins, Docker, etc. So again, in this case, they're asking for certain DevOps tools. And then in this case, they're asking for Python and not Java. So as I told you, the requirements vary according to the company. In VMware, they're asking for Python. Here, they ask for Java. All right. So if you have an expertise in Python, you can filter out jobs which are asking for Python. And then cloud automation softwares. So this is basically, I would say, CloudFormation or Terraform. Terraform they've already told, so you could say CloudFormation. And then they're asking for AWS. AWS is a cloud tool, and as a DevOps engineer, you would require at least a knowledge of one cloud tool. And then they are asking for some DNS tools and IP tools like BigIP, DYN, and Route 53. Okay, so these are some tools which are separate, so you can ignore them for now. But the main thing, if you see which is repeating, is the DevOps tools. It's not the same DevOps tools. Only Jenkins is same, but they're asking for DevOps tools, they're asking for one high-level programming language, they're asking for cloud. All right, so now let's look at the last one. So now here they're asking for Java or C++, and they're asking for shell scripting. It could be Bash, Perl, or Python. They're asking for Linux operating system and SQL. So in this case, in Amazon's case, they're not asking you to know various DevOps tools. You can know any DevOps tools you want. It won't matter. But in this particular job description, as you can see, they're asking you to have experience and knowledge in these topics which I mentioned here. So now put together, I'm going to give you a brief of what are the skills which would help you as a DevOps engineer. So first is an high-level programming language. Learn Java, C++, or Python. Be confident and be sure with one language. All right, so this is one. Second, Linux operating system. 90% of cloud environments run on Linux. So it is a great, what is that? Yeah, so it's really great to learn Linux, and it'll help you in every single role you get into. Yeah, so it'll help you. So make sure you learn Linux, and then DevOps tools like Ansible, Terraform, Jenkins, Docker, Git, Nagios, ELK. There are so many different tools, guys. You can just check out these tools. What are the tools you can learn? You can go to Intellipaat.com and go to the DevOps course, and there we would have listed all the tools, and you can have a pretty good idea of what are the tools you have to learn. And then cloud tools, it could be AWS, it could be Azure, it could be GCP, doesn't matter. Having knowledge of one cloud tool is necessary. Database, some companies ask for database, some don't, but again, SQL is kind of, let's say, it's kind of like Linux. Uh, because SQL is really popular. Whatever language you might know, Java or you might know Python, you might know C++, doesn't matter. But when it comes to a relational database, SQL is the only prevalent language in wide use. So learning SQL is really important. So at least learn basics, learn how to work with SQL, how to create database, how to create tables, how to create users, how to provide access and remove access and stuff like that. And finally, a scripting language. So you might ask, why should I know a scripting language, Bash, Perl, or Python? This is because you would be automating, right? So a DevOps engineer's main role is to automate the software development lifecycle. And when you automate a software development lifecycle, sometimes you would get a tool which is already available, an automation software using which you can do this. But other times you want to automate something directly on the servers, on a fleet of servers. In that case, let's say you're using Ansible or you're using Puppet, where you're trying to change the configuration of all the servers running in one go. So you can write a script which can be pushed into every single server using Chef or Puppet or Ansible. And once it is pushed into every single server, you could run the file directly in all the servers at one go, and the configuration changes will be automatically made. So for that, you would have to know a basic idea about scripting. You should know how to create a script file using Bash, in the sense it's basically shell scripting, or Perl or Python. All right, so these are the skills you should know as a DevOps engineer. So I know it's a lot, but as a DevOps engineer, you would be working with multiple teams. You would be working across disciplines. So in that case, you would be working with the developer team, the security team, the operations team. You would be working with you would be working with all the development-based teams, all right? So in that case, you should have an idea about all of that so that it will help you. Okay. So now, day-to-day responsibilities, let me just brief this and let's go to how to become. So one, you would be creating a DevOps pipeline, which would automate the entire software development lifecycle. So in that case, you should make sure that pipeline is running smoothly. Second, you would be creating a pipeline which would automate the entire software development lifecycle. be interacting with multiple teams, as I told you, then work on automation backlog. So this basically means that your company you're working for will give you a backlog of things which should be automated, and you will be working on one by one and automating each and every task. So that's the essential task which you'll be doing. Infrastructure management, you're part of it, but you won't be managing clouds. You would be just required. Some legacy to migrate those into the pipeline. So you would be doing that. And final two, training and self-development is for every single job role. But documentation is really important because you would be working across multiple uh, applications, or you might be working across multiple phases. In that case, documenting everything you're doing would help. Documenting according to the versions. If you have documentations, so if you have created it for yourself, that is even great, because if there is a problem with the software, there is a problem with the application or the DevOps pipeline. So in that case, you can just roll back to a previous execution of the pipeline, or you can roll back and check your documentation and figure out what exactly is the issue. So documenting stuff is really important as a DevOps engineer. All right, so how to become is basically the same. You would have to have the skills. And other than that, let me talk about some things. Okay, so this I'll plug it in here. If you want to learn more about DevOps, you can check out Intellipaat's blog, YouTube channel, and Intellipaat's Academy. That is intellipaat.com/academy, where you would get free courses. And once you complete the free courses, you will also get certificate from Intellipaat. So these courses are won't cover everything. They won't have projects, but they will cover all the fundamentals. Same thing, you can check out Intellipaat's YouTube channel. You can check out Intellipaat's blog to learn more about DevOps. Okay, so now you would ask, okay, so now coming to the point, how to become a DevOps engineer. So first thing is obviously learning and having the required skills. And one more thing would be doing projects to gain more experience. Uh, so where would you get those projects? You could do open source projects which are already available in Google. You can take them and create them from scratch, again by learning them step by step. Or you could take up an online training, maybe from us, if you want to, and you can learn more about DevOps because we provide so many different projects. Okay, so one thing is that for tech and non-tech, it will be pretty difficult, because if you're from a technical background, it will be pretty easy to pick up DevOps. But if you're from a non-tech background, what I would suggest is start from the very, very basic. Do not rush into it, because DevOps is not uh, a simple role. It will require a lot from you. So do not rush into it. Start from the very basic. Start from, let's say, learning a programming language. And let's say once you've learned the language, then move on to learning basics of Linux, and then learn what the DevOps tools one by one. You don't have to learn all the DevOps tools. You can learn first, you can start with Git, then you can go ahead with Docker, you can go ahead with Jenkins. So explore every tool one by one. And once you have the right skills, and once you are confident with what you have learned, and once you have practiced multiple projects, once you know that you can take up the challenge in any company you're going to get into, then filter out the types of jobs you would need and then apply for them. All right. Okay, so basically this is the process you could take up. Um, what is that? Yeah, so basically this is what I wanted to convey. And so the next part of the session my colleague will be taking. So right now I'll be answering the questions till 8:55, guys. So there is 4 minutes. You can put down any kinds of questions or technical questions you got, and I would love to answer them. Um, from Ashish, I suppose is on Intellipaat. Linux is mostly self-paced, not instructor-led. All right, so I'm not sure about the course part. You can check it out with the Intellipaat support or sales. They might arrange instructor-led one. You can check it out with the support or the sales team, because I'm not pretty sure about what is available in the LMS. All right. So the next question is from Naziz. Okay, Nazish, it is which AWS certification I should go for? Okay, good question. So it totally depends. Let me give you an example. If you know, if you want to be a developer, and you want to work with development, creating applications, and also cloud, in that case, go for the AWS Cloud Developer Certification. If you just want to create AWS architectures, AWS cloud environments, and if you want to, once you create the AWS cloud environments, basically, what is that? You deploy your applications, the development team deploys their applications into the cloud architectures, and you basically are the sole person to maintain the complete architecture which your company is using. So in that case, you can take up the solutions architect certification. But even for the solutions architect certification, you should know one programming language because it will be asked in the job role, in the job description. But if you don't want to associate yourself with programming, if you don't want to develop, in that case, I would suggest the AWS Administrator certification, that is AWS SysOps Admin. In this SysOps Admin certification, there is no programming required. It is completely administering the cloud. So I've given you a brief about the 3 associate certifications. You can decide according to what certification you need. Okay, guys, so you guys please put more questions if you guys have any other questions regarding DevOps, regarding AWS or Azure or Linux or whatever it is. You can put down here. So for Linux, one thing people ask is, what Linux distribution should I learn? It doesn't matter, but you could start with Ubuntu. It's a pretty basic one. It's not used in most production environments. If you want to learn a Linux operating system used in production environments, then go ahead with CentOS. Go ahead with what is that? Red Hat Linux. So these Linux distributions are widely used in production. All right. So I saw a hand rise, but from Naziz again. So Naziz, if you have a question, please put down in the question section so that I would be answering it. All right. Okay, so I'm a Java developer and want to move completely into DevOps. Then should I go for solutions architect? Actually, I want to something which I can learn quickly. So quickly in the sense, yeah. So in that case, I would suggest solutions architect. Even if you learn solutions architect, most of the services will cover the cloud developer part. But if you want to learn quickly, then solutions architect is the right certification, because cloud developer certification, right? It consists of topics from what is that? SDKs, the software development kits. So as a Java developer, AWS gives you an AWS Java SDK, which you can use to embed the what is that? The SDK. So they would provide you certain files, and they would provide you certain dependency files which you can directly include in your code, and it will be compatible with the AWS environment. All right, so if you want to learn quickly, then go ahead with Solutions Architect. It's a great certification and a great starting place. Okay, guys, I think that's all the questions which were put up. So thank you for your time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand over my session to my colleague, who is a senior course advisor, and he'll be talking more about the certification. He'll be talking more about the career. He'll be talking more about the training. So if you have any questions regarding that, put at once he's about to complete, so that he would give you a better idea about it. So right now, please wait, and he'll be joining in a couple of seconds and explaining you more about it. So thank you so much, guys.
Hi guys, this is Charles Christopher. I am an advisor and a career counselor. I'm going to show you about the program where you can find the details, everything in detail. So are you able to hear me? Guys, are you able to hear me? Perfect. So here we are on the Intellipaat homepage. All I'm doing is typing in DevOps, for instance. So we will come across the result here, DevOps certification training. So let's wait. Yeah, here we are. So this is in collaboration with IBM and Future Skills, guys. The content is designed by the industry experts of IBM, and it's also acknowledged by Future Skills. So you get a free Linux course. So the Linux self-paced is given to you for free. So this is a 40 hours of instructor-led training. So let's see that what is it that you'll be getting trained in the 40 hours of duration. Okay, my computer is quite slow today. Sorry, yeah, here we go. Now, these are all the modules that's going to be trained with a live instructor from module 1 to module 12. So let's check module number 1. You'll be literally introduced to the installation part of it. So you need not worry. We are going to train you from the installation, from the very introductory part about what is software development, from that basic. So you need not worry, do I have to know basics of DevOps before getting to this program? The answer to that question is no. We are going to train you from the very basic. And this is something interesting you will come across with hands-on exercise. So every module has hands-on exercises, guys. So this is purely a practical learning, not any sort of boring lectures or presentations that you go under universities or in colleges. So my point being, we don't teach you, we train you. So the mode of training is going to be completely practical, about 85%, through exercises, assignments, and hands-on experiences on projects. Now let's see what the projects are. Here we go. Now these are the real-time industry projects that you are going to have a hands-on experiences on. Well, this is very, very important, guys, because if you notice any job, they're looking for someone who has an experience. So don't mistake, they don't care where you work before. All they care about is hands-on experience. Because in the interview, you will not be asked, can you please define Docker or what does Kubernetes do? No. You're going to come across questions like when you are creating CI/CD pipeline using Kubernetes and integrate that using multiple tools in DevOps. What are the challenges you faced and how did you overcome those challenges? So in order to answer such questions, you need to have a practical hands-on. Only then you will be proficient with the technology, or only then you will be in a position to clear the interview, guys. So this is very, very important. If you're looking to be proficient with the technology, or if you're looking to get trained, or if you're looking to land a job, the projects are very, very important. And to be honest, that's the only way to land a job. Now, DevOps is an open source. There is no official government authorized examination so far. So you need not worry about official certification exam. Well, this is a course completion certificate, guys, issued by Intellipaat, acknowledged by Future Skills. Once you complete the program and assignments are going to be evaluated, and then you'll be handed over the certificate of completion. So let's talk about the benefits. Well, see, guys, we are in business for about 7 years. We cater to 55 different countries. We have 700,000 learners throughout the globe. So we are the only company to offer you lifetime access. There is no expiration. You can attend unlimited classes. You can retake the classes unlimited times. Nobody's going to stop you or question you. So it is literally a lifetime access. So it's also on writing on website, attend as many batches for lifetime. That's a lifetime access. So instructor is live. Any questions you have, feel free to ask the instructor. Is definitely going to answer your questions. Here you go, one-on-one doubt resolution sessions. So 40 hours of instructor-led training, everything is self-paced plus. That means go for online, you get self-paced absolutely for free. And you see, we have both weekdays and weekend classes. So you're flexible enough to choose either the weekday batch or a weekend, whichever suits you best. So let's discuss about the schedule. So the schedule is both weekday and weekend. So this here says IST. If you're in India, so you can directly or blindly follow the Indian Standard Time. If you are in the US, I'm going to show you the schedule. But before that, any questions, guys? I will, of course, explain you about the job assistance and other programs as well. Okay, let's move forward. Now, job assistance works in 3 steps. So before that, let's discuss about the pricing. So this is $229 for self-paced and $399 for online live instructor led, which is a one-time fee. So instead of $399, the website offers 10%. You can WhatsApp me on either of my WhatsApp numbers, either the Indian number or US number. You get 30% discount. So DevOps online program, you get 30% discount purely on a first come first serve basis, guys. So you'll be getting 30% discount. So the schedule. So if you're in US or Northern America, the weekday batch is Monday to Thursday, 4 days a week. The timings for you will be 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is going to be a schedule. And the weekend schedule will be Saturday and Sunday. 3 hours Saturdays, 3 hours on Sundays, 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time to 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So this is your schedule for weekend batches. So you can either do a weekday batch or you can either do a weekend batch, whichever suits you best. So let's see if we have any questions here. Okay, there's no question. So don't mistake, DevOps does not mean you'll have to be a developer or only developers should take. So DevOps ideally has about 119 tools in total, guys. Only 9 to 10 tools are quite actively used in the market. Couple of tools are used by developers, couple by operations, couple by quality people, couple by testers. But as a project, all these departments come together and contribute to complete the project. So you'll be learning whatever is going to be useful, and you're going to expertise your skill set in based on what route you're going to take, whether as a tester or administrator or developer. So that is the reason whoever gets into DevOps should know cloud. Whoever gets into cloud should know DevOps. So it's like husband and wife, to be honest. So the next program I want to take you through is Cloud and Architect Certification Master Program. Why this? Like I told you, if you are looking to get into DevOps, you should know cloud, guys. So this is a multi-cloud program which is very hot in the market. So this has all the best top 3 cloud in the world, which is AWS, Microsoft Azure, DevOps, Google Cloud, and Python. You can check any job requirement. They will ask you for cloud. They'll ask you for DevOps. They'll ask you for a basic programming like Java or Python. They'll ask you for Linux, of course. They'll ask you for Hadoop admin also. So it depends upon the kind of job role you're applying for. Even these skill sets are asked in the market, even though you're not from a proper developer background. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't require any programming as well. The only difference is this is having a lot more courses, and the duration is more, and the cost is more. Rest everything is literally the same, guys. You'll be learning from the very basic to advanced step by step. You see hands-on exercises, purely a practical learning. All the programs are literally the same way. And you also come across projects, beginner project, intermediate, and advanced. So we are going to provide you all the lab access for you to play, learn, and practice in order for you to complete the projects. So we also provide you lifetime technical support assistance. If you're stuck or if you have any queries, we are there to help you, guide you, and assist you guys. So the course is also aligned with official certification exams. The course itself is designed for you to clear multiple examination. So tomorrow, let's say you're interested in appearing or clearing AWS or Azure exam, you can do that. You can easily clear the examination in just one go. We have more than 95% of passing aggregate. So we are also going to provide you a mock quiz. Just take our mock quiz, score 60%. That means you're going to clear the examination in just one go. So do you have any courses for S4HANA? No, we do not have any courses for SAP. Well, to be very precise, people who have worked in SAP, they are moving towards cloud because they know cloud is much ahead of SAP. SAP is not a technology, to be honest. SAP is just a tool. They have offerings for multiple things like finance or logistics and so on. But cloud is literally a technology. It is not a tool. So that is the reason people who worked on VMware or networking or SAP, they're all coming towards cloud because they know that is what is going to land them a better career or a better package. So these are the 2 course completion certificate, guys, one from IBM and the other is from Microsoft. So this will be rewarded to you on completion of the program and assignments once you complete the program. So again, the price for this program is $999. And if you're in India, you can just go through the website prices and there'll be GST added on top of it. So for Cloud Masters program, you get a flat 50% discount. I just have one coupon, which is purely on a first come first serve basis, guys. So if you are interested, this is purely on a first come first serve basis. So I've been advising people for about 13 years with all the programs and all the job titles. So please drop me a WhatsApp message. Let's discuss one-on-one, and then I will be in a position to help you and guide you in the right direction, guys. So any questions for me? Okay, I don't see any questions. So now job assistance works in 3 steps, guys. Step 1 is we are going to rework on your resume. Step 2 is we are going to prepare you for the interview with the list of mock question and answers. And the final step is we have 400 to 500 hiring partners, majorly catering US, India, and Northern America. So India, US, and Canada, Northern America are a major market of companies that we have tied up with. So apart from marketing your resume on just LinkedIn or Indeed, you can also market your resume on Intellipaat portal. So your possibilities of lining up interviews literally increases. So this is job assistance we provide to you. So any questions, guys? Okay, so if you're looking for a career in cloud or DevOps, kindly talk to an advisor. I'll be more than happy to guide in the right direction. So depending upon your current package, are you working in IT or non-IT? If you're working in IT, what are the tools that you've been working on, your education qualification, and which location are you based out of? Are you in India or US or Europe? I don't know. So based on multiple factors, I will be in a position to help you and guide you into the right program and also help you save your money. And definitely you can see the results 100%. So any questions for me before we wind up the session? Okay, I don't see any questions. So mainly you guys have to just remember three things. Number one is we don't teach you guys. If you're looking to learn something, you're in the wrong place. If you're looking to get trained, you're definitely in the right place, because all our instructors are working professionals, working for top tier MNCs. They're working with Intellipaat as freelancers. So if you're getting to get trained, you definitely are in the right place. Number two is we are the only company to offer you a lifetime access with all our programs. So there's no expiration, because we know we are dealing with working professionals. So they tend to miss a couple of classes, or they tend to take a break because of work commitment or personal commitments. So it's a one-time investment, and the access is a lifetime, even with the live instructor. That is the reason. So, and finally, we are going to help you get trained to land a job. So our main objective is to make sure that you're industry ready through our content, through our exercises and assignments and hands-on. So that's it for today's presentation, guys. So I have a question from Amar. Earlier we were providing HANA courses for 3 years back. Yes, we were, and we don't anymore. So we are moved on. We provide all the leading technologies like cloud, artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, all the BI tools, Salesforce. So we provide multiple courses. So you can browse through our website. We have all the courses, whatever courses we are offering, it's all on the website. So guys, this is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me for any questions or to discuss further. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have and also help you guide in the right direction. So thank you so much for your time and patience. I believe today's presentation and webinar was useful and helpful. I wish each and everyone a great day ahead. Cheers. Bye-bye.